Programs. Lamar Simpson will throw it up. Welsh and Johnson, and it's taken by North Carolina. Here's Marshall's Page.
And Vern Lundquist right now. UCLA goes in the minute. Don't go under.
Joel Berry has it. Entry pass. Bryce Johnson off a big game in the win over Tulane.
And they stretch the D with this outside shooting. Just a gorgeous stroke. Page lighting it up.
Well, that's one of his specialties, is it not? Hitting from three.
Just love his game, his feel, his understanding, and what a deep threat as well. Nice cut.
They give it to Welsh. Deadly.
He is really 10, 12-foot shot. Magnificent. That elbow jumper. Scintillating.
Averaging 13 points per game, gets UCLA's first two. Here's Johnson.
Really gotten better too, Welsh.
Jumper Berry. In and out. Rebound. North Carolina, no. And Tony Parker comes down for it. Lead pass to Alford. He drives off the glass. Missed everything.
And you got to get back. The one thing, the bigs run to the rim.
Underneath, number 32.
Yeah, Luke is really a good offensive rebounder, though, and just terrific when you think of the speed and the coverage and the little, not even a back screen, but Parker with a brush screen opens it up. And as you noted, Hamilton unerring.
This is Luke May. Doesn't get that many minutes, but he's on the floor and misses his first. Nate Britt now, number 0, is on for the Tar Heels. Nope.
See if they can get Parker going a little bit on the offensive end. You got to punish him in to set up that outside game. And conversely, if you make those, now the inside opens. Nice
beautiful dish. Oh, yeah. Whew. Jonah Bolden.
Yeah, he's a nice-looking player. Nice-looking prospect. Sophomore, and Parker makes himself available. That big frame, he can carve out a lot of area. Get the hands up, big fella. And a little dribble drive, and not the closeout necessary on that weak side. And Pinson just a little tardy.
Now, this is not the best part of Tony Parker's game. Free throw shooting. There you see it.
You are nasty.
I know it.
Poor guy. Develop a complex.
When you look down, he's shooting 47% from three.
It's telltale.
That's not a good sign.
Bolden once again off the bounce. Nice
fadeaway. Nope. Oh, good job by Parker. Little shove inside and a foul.
Oh, a nice weak side. You know, most often coming long, and Bolden impressive at that length. Able to put it on the deck. Didn't make it, but good looking delivery.
So Parker gets another shot. The foul is on May, number 32.
Tony Parker will like to shoot two.
You almost don't want to get fouled when this side out, you'd like.
Yeah.
When you're struggling.
There you go, 1 of 2. Here's Page.
Always with the head up, shortens the floor when they're in their running game. Here's the back screen, vintage Carolina cross screen and shape up.
Theo Pinson on the bench, off the floor. That one's short.
Nice job.
Follow. Nice.
This kid really has some game. Look at the length. Agile.
Isaiah Hicks with a tip. And there's Alford, and Parker wasn't ready for it.
Britt's got some speed, too, the push.
But there's something in transition, aren't there?
Oh, they are. They really get it. Nice look.
Beautiful.
How about that play? Little rush on that side. And Hicks dominating big time at the rim.
It was Parker who lost his man. 19-13.
Love that last play Carolina runs. They do a nice job with a ball screen and a nice settle everything down by Holiday.
Holiday, the freshman out of Chatsworth, California.
See the ball screen and then the back screen. That's how they got the lob. That time played better by UCLA.
There's the double on the baseline. That's for 3. Nope.
Oh, Hicks really doing a nice job. Didn't get it.
Here's Holiday. Oh, no. Back outside to reload.
Steve was telling Alford yesterday that they want to run too. They don't mind running. It's just that it puts a lot of pressure getting back and covering. pinned down.
Parker, guarded by May. Nice.
That's his money. Go-to maneuver. And Alford's got to be played, so you got one of your best shooters on the same side as the big fella.
Tony Parker, 7 points, 6 rebounds already. Here's Page from 3. No, not this time. UCLA, clean rebound. Hamilton, perfect from 3 so far.
A little nickel dimer out there, cleaning it up a little. The ability to do some damage inside. Separation, you got to hug Alford. The big fella looming large with the knockdown. Woo.
23-13, 11:30 to go first half. North Carolina shooting poorly so far, 4 of 16. And Roy Hamilton a little concerned, I'm sure. Roy Williams, Roy Hamilton, Isaac Hamilton.
Yeah, no, Chris Roy.
We're talking
UCLA player,
right?
Former colleague of ours. They shoot around 50%, Carolina, so that's really a shortcoming early here.
11:30 remain. And let's go quickly to Allie, who is with Steve Alford.
Coach Hamilton went 4 for 4. That opened things up for Tony Parker. Are you pleased with the inside-out basketball this team's playing?
Well, really pleased to get this kind of start. This is what we had hoped for. So I think we're defending well. We're doing a good job on the backboard. We've kept them out of transition. So through 8 minutes, it's been good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Allie. The foul was on Holiday.
A little discard with that off arm, and they were running a set that you used to see at Indiana. Bob Knight. I mean, Steve Alford run off screens, his son doing likewise. This is that flat zone. Look at Bolden's expanse there. He covers so much area. You really can't get that soft spot at the foul line. Nice dribble drive.
Very
nice.
Very nice, yes.
They are good with the floater. Just a great feel in that 3-second area making those shots. Justin Jackson is one of the real special delivery guys.
Olashinsky's off the bench now, the freshman wearing number 0 for UCLA. Here's Alford turning the corner. Jumper. Yeah. Wow.
He's got some range. He's a stronger kid than he looks. He's a better rebounder, and he's over 5 assists a game. He's got 3 already this afternoon.
So it opens up an 11-point lead. Off the rim.
Williams with that long jumper. Alford, don't leave him go. And that's what happens. The closeout, he can get by you.
Hamilton traveled.
I love the reaction inside by the defense, but Alford, one of those guys, he stretches the D with the ability to, if you get caught or hung up or go under, he can drill him with affection.
Justin Jackson back on the floor. He's a sophomore. I grew up in Texas. I've always called his hometown Tomball. I think most people, and Justin said, no, it's Tumble.
Okay, well, you go with him, right?
I think so.
And I'll tell you what I love about his game. No question he can shoot. Look at this strength with Hicks at the rim. Just no really way to prevent that unless you put pressure on that passer.
Barry picks up Alford.
But to finish the field on Jackson, his game in the lane is terrific. Also, there's another step back.
Not this time, and here comes North Carolina. Barry. There's Bolden, big presence again.
And doing a nice job giving that little screen to turn the corner.
Britt. Hicks with a nice screen. Floater, no.
And that's what I was just bragging about. He's killing it. Well, that's what he normally makes, but Hicks at 6'9", just looming large down underneath the basket here. And just outmanning because of the rotation. A smaller individual, that time Hamilton.
Holiday brings it up. Picked up by Page.
Box set cross screen.
That will be UCLA ball.
You really got to protect the basketball when you're dribbling.
Watch it, J-Jack. You got 2. You got 2. Don't be nervous.
Careful of the trap now.
Whoa.
Great job.
Barry.
Why is not fouling? Allen just backing off to a smart, but they guard you on the out of bounds. You got to step to the ball. You got to cut. You can't drift. And Welsh with the two.
The 2 fouls.
Don't leave him. Look at that touch. Soft for the big fella.
28-19.
Now we're playing. This is a pro arena. A lot of pro teams would go after a guy with the fouls like Welsh. Because with the zone, they're trying to protect him back there.
Olszynski with the rebound for the Bruins. Holiday, Hamilton, Olszynski, Welsh, and Noah Allen, the 5 on the floor now.
That's that same sequence where they use the bumps and rubs on the baseline. Nice hands again.
Yes, it was. Nate Britt with the slap.
So you got to be tough with the basketball, but Carolina, you got to be ready for everything. After timeouts, baseline out of bounds. Look at the coverage, big on the ball, and then of course the step under out here. So you've got to make sure you cut and be strong. Step to the basketball and protect it. A little bit of toughness.
That's 6 turnovers, UCLA. Carolina has turned it over just once.
They're really going big now. Johnson and James, there's a squeeze play, squeeze box. You probably played that when you were a kid, didn't you?
Yesterday. Joel Berry backs it out.
Look at that roadblock at the top.
At the buzzer, did he beat it?
Yep.
Nope, shot clock violation.
He knew, though. He was alert.
Yep.
Just waited a little too long. Got to be happy, Steve.
This is Page, but the shot clock had gone off. Difference thus far in the shooting percentage, especially in the three-point range, where North Carolina is 1 of 10, and they have been led by Isaac Hamilton.
Isaac, solid performer, really good with the dribble, can step out and make shots, individual too, when there's a breakdown. Very, very competent offensive player. Thinks offense too.
He will get a rest now. Here's Holiday back on the floor. Almost lost it. Look at Page. Alford.
No, Welsh is in the game. Use him, I think, because you don't want to get... He's got the 2, so use him if he's on the floor.
Whoops. No, he's on the line.
Tough. Empty trip. That's the pressure extended.
Bryce Johnson, who's played only 4 minutes. Consistency, such a part of his season so far. And off to a slow start here. He had 27 to win over Tulane the other night.
And this is what you do. You can't let him in here. And a tough shot. They really contested. He's very lucky with that little kiss in downtown Brooklyn. But he is a kid. He gets a foot in the lane. Say goodnight or good afternoon. Bring it down.
Page again defensively got in the middle of that.
Look at the footwork on this kid and hands as well.
Rebound.
Numbers.
Quick out with Page.
Nice run.
Oh, beautiful.
That's amazing what they can do. Doesn't have to touch the floor either. And right away, feeling the pain, Steve Alford asked for that timeout. Just great offensive basketball. Continually relentless. The little step around by Bryce, which was awfully nice. But this is speed personified. Don't waste the bounce. Get to the rim and finish strong.
Super Bowls in the 70s. And if this team called the Pittsburgh Steelers hadn't been around, the Cowboys
would have had a few more.
Yeah, they became America's team, and Pittsburgh won 4 Super Bowls. UCLA 28-23, big run now by North Carolina.
You can't simulate the speed of Carolina. UCLA, I'm sure, lectured about getting back.
How about the hands defensive?
They're all over it.
Yeah.
No question about it. It's been the threes to salvation, but Welsh is there. Please say hello to him.
Alford. Jumper, yes. And that's for 3.
I'll tell you, you can close out under control against that kid. Whew.
Page. That's going to. Is that going to be on Welsh?
No, Allen. I think it's down underneath on Allen.
Yeah.
But just amazing delivery, accuracy, concentration. I saw him in a three-point shooting contest in high school. I mean, it was magical. A great touch, and no wonder Steve, one of the all-time great shooters. He was with the Mavs. Did you do?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alford started out his coaching career at Manchester, Southwest Missouri State.
You had him there, didn't you?
I did, against Wisconsin.
All right, Iowa, of course.
99, it was the worst college basketball game I ever saw.
Really?
Yeah, I worked with Al McGuire.
Well, you never saw our team play then.
I don't remember the final, but it was something like 42 to 37.
Walk. That's a pressure defense. Johnson right up on him. See, they stifle your vision, your ability to make the next pass. So somebody might be free, but you help your partner, the defender. Just look at this. The closeout and forces the walk. You got to be tougher. Turn into it.
Oh, this is a North Carolina team that lost on the road to Northern Iowa. It was supposed to be a tribute game for Marcus Page, and he was injured, so he didn't get to play. North Carolina lost, and then they lost game before last to Texas on a buzzer beater. Good win for Shaka Smart.
Oh, boys, he got them playing hard. No surprise.
Parker.
That's the move.
Again.
That's the move.
That's it.
And you just got to get on that shoulder. Every once in a while, he'll fool you with a step through in the other direction, but by and large, favorite.
Welsh has got to be careful playing with those two fouls. But
they did call it, too.
Yeah.
What a shame. He had bodied him under enough. And that's number 3. Yeah, that puts him in a little bit of a hole.
So Olashinsky will come off the bench, and Welsh will rest for the last 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Bryce Johnson gets one, and Welsh, that's a void when he heads to the bench.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, size alone, rebounding, his effectiveness, making open shots. He thought he had bodied him under enough, but paid for it.
1 of 2 for Johnson. Parker with the rebound.
87% too, Bryce. He's tough on that line as well.
Alford guarded by Joel Berry.
And Parker looks like he would like to load up, duck in against a thinner Johnson.
Floater? Nope. Tipped. Jonah Bolden, UCLA ball. Hit last by Bryce Johnson.
Nice competitive set there by Steve's guys. Be aggressive on that glass. Make sure you balance the floor as well. And first 2 minutes of the game, they'll be checking something like that.
Quick. Nope.
Look at this rebound. No.
Oh, the rejection. Now Parker muscles his way in and loses it.
Puts it up big.
9 turnovers for UCLA.
And they're down the floor late.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the bigs running the floor. It's exhausting, relentless. And you've got to match it or pay.
Olashinsky. Alford double team quickly. Now they move it into the corner.
And they just a late ball screen. They really do a great job showing and recovering.
Alford short tip, no. Olashinsky can't save it.
You got a foul on him too. Olashinsky. Not bad. We talked about being in the right spot, helping out in passing lanes and showing, but it helps when you got some hops around the rim. And Parker with a taste. And once again, big looming large at the other end.
AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis, scores and highlights, and a preview of our second game of the CBS Sports Classic. Clark Kellogg's alma mater will be playing in that second one. He was an outstanding player.
Great player and a great pro. And look, he's even practicing for what he does now there with the mouth open. And you know what? Last night at dinner, he sat at the head of the table and never offered.
You're right.
You know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a seat.
And I saw
that's
that.
a seat for a spender.
That 6'9" body ducked when the check came.
He was in the cloakroom when it came, I think.
Yeah. By the way, Clark's son, Nick, is playing professional basketball in Poland. Lublin, Poland, about 100 miles east of Warsaw. And Clark's going to get to go back and see him play in a couple of weeks.
They rotate deep. They get their 10, keep them fresh, and without foul problems. They were going to do a run and jump. They just called it off.
3-point game. Points off turnovers have been significant. And look at, yet again, Marcus Page.
It's interesting. Now, Johnson was all over Parker, and then you compliment it by the denial. You can just see, like, get out into that passing lane. Terrific read, deflection. Heady little player, Page.
Largest lead was 11. It's 3 right now.
What a catch.
And then the ball on the deck, and the foul is going to be called on Theo Pinson. Sophomore from Greensboro.
And Parker was just talking to Alford. They're a little off their game in terms of passing and catching, getting free. And look at the pressure. Tenacious on the point of attack.
Nate Britt. Now Parker, that's off his foot.
So they love a big guy out there trying to make a decision. I think you got to go to your low set if you're UCLA.
Holiday back on the floor, the freshman. Entry pass.
What a read in the back. Everybody paying attention to detail. Just a terrific understanding, weak side. Get yourself in position, and you'll see Hicks come in here late. Unbelievable. He may have been in the restraining area too, but just a terrific reaction down low.
So Parker joins Welsh on the bench. Olashinsky's back on. 11 turnovers.
Look at this lob using the size, the read. Defense not seeing the ball, and the man not down in a stance. Boy, did they bang you with a counter punch.
Well, the Tar Heels travel well, don't they?
They do.
8 unanswered now for North Carolina. And there's a whistle and a foul. Jonah Bolden with the shot.
And Johnson making sure, Johnson making sure with that deflection at the end of the shot, but always seeing the ball. You split as you come down, you end up seeing back screen is almost a situation where you've got to switch at times, I think. You got to call it out. Guys got to slide through, or you've got to call the switch or take the switch.
Jonah Bolden, the sophomore out of Sydney, Australia.
You need band-aids right now for UCLA in the next 2:30. You know, the two big guys out. Just try and control the pace, the tempo.
Air ball. Yep. One of the eternal chants of college basketball.
You hear it too often.
34-32.
With the ability I had, or inability.
You know, you made a fortune demeaning your abilities as a coach and a player.
Well, it comes natural. Nice penetration. Use the body with a search. Kiss to finish.
We're tied.
They're going to tighten it up more and more. They'll run that weave in a ball screen. They just can't get it in low. Nice slip.
Boy, was that ever.
And another assist. Number 4, Olashinsky with the finish. Alford with the beauty.
So UCLA back after the momentary tie.
Loves the hook.
Johnson.
Boy, strength. Boy, showing a sinewy body with some strength as well. Size prevails.
Johnson has 11. Alford quick. In and out.
Great check out.
Here they come.
All the dark shirts. Nice look. I love the way he gives it up. Oh, Page. The other was pretty. But the fine, gorgeous.
This is North Carolina's first lead since it was 3-2. Jumper, Holiday, no. Here they come.
They're going to get a 2-for-1, too.
Britt and Pinson. Here's Page. Jumper from way outside.
Well, he does have range.
Rebound.
They may get 3-for-1.
Yes. Pinson backs it out.
8-second roughly differential. That Page jumper, though, that's smooth for him.
Yes.
He didn't make it, but he has great range.
6 on the shot clock.
Got a chance. Get a good one. Give him a bump.
Alford. Crossover. Fadeaway off the glass. Got it. Beautiful play.
How about that body control? Rice creating something awfully nice with a kiss. Woo.
Well, let's take a look again, Bill. First, North Carolina.
I just love how he shortens the floor and makes the decision right away. Lets the big fella go. But just send it in. A resounding finish. But right here, a little slide by, a little smooch. Whew. It's not as good as Wolfie's cheesecake, but pretty nice.
38-38. Let's go to Allie, who's with Steve Alford.
Coach, UNC bring different types of pressure defense. You turned it over 11 times. How will you address the turnovers?
Well, that's what we got to address, because outside of the turnovers, we played pretty well. And we've got to handle it. We haven't seen a lot of this kind of trapping. Our bigs have got to handle it because we've got to get the bigs back down low. The trapping got us too high. But 38 points is good. If we can do that and take care of the basketball and defend a little bit, it's good being tied at half, I think.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Allie, thank you. 38 all at the half. Let's go to Adam Zucker in Manhattan.
Thanks, Vern. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Clark and Seth.
CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Cialis. Mercedes-Benz. Experience truly great engineering today at your authorized dealer. And by USAA. Join us at salutetoservice.com. We welcome all of you back to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. 38-38, UCLA, North Carolina. Moments ago, Allie the Force with Roy Williams.
Coach, your team struggled to score early, but the pressure defense got you right back in this game. What were you most pleased with?
Well, that we got back in it. We don't feel real good right now, but we could be down 100 the way we played the first 12, 13 minutes. But we did get some turnovers. We're able to take it down. But we got to play better defense. You can't let some guy make 4 out of 4 from the three-point line like we did earlier.
I think he's talking about Isaac Hamilton.
You know, I'd be happy. There's something wrong with me. But he got them to play great defense. I was the last 10 minutes or so. You know, the interesting thing for UCLA now, Vern, how did they get it to the low post? They're doing everything high. You got to dribble it, get it into the corner, and post some people strong. They are struggling with their entries.
Justin Jackson will inbound for North Carolina to start the second half. It's in the hands of Joel Berry, who had 4 assists in the first half.
There's a box set, and they dive cross diagonally to the low box.
It's only the 4th turnover of the game. Missed shot.
And Walsh has to, you got to stop the dribble.
And Parker's a little slow coming back. From the corner, Berry. Nope.
Ooh.
No foul call.
I like that.
From the corner, Jackson.
Yeah, that hurts. You got to run those down. Welsh, by the way, Vern, has to play hard but smart. And don't get any small change fouls. Just play within yourself and also use him a little bit now that he's out there.
Thomas Welsh, number 40 in white. 3 fouls. Well, let's take a look at the Lexus first half stats, Mr. Raftery.
And James gets that foul, but all as coaches him in the turnovers. The big problem, valuing that basketball, just coughing it up, and inside play. Overpowering right now.
Closely guarded inbounds. Alford. And here is Holiday, the guard.
Nice job again by Johnson. Look at these two.
Yep.
Ooh. Tip to one another.
Bryce Johnson came on strong after he had been on the bench for the first, for the first 8 minutes.
Nice job defensively that set. Now they're going to test Welsh. He can make that. That's his little step back jumper.
Rebound.
Clean up.
Johnson.
Just get to the right spot. Got to root him out of there.
Largest lead of the game now, 5 for North Carolina.
Oh, nice job. Not even
look at Page.
Almost good at a 5-second count. You hold it, it can be a closely guarded call.
Oh, pick and roll.
Nice duck in, but you got to.
That's 6 turnovers for Parker now. 6.
Nice run by the big guy. Woo. And Parker pays for dilly-dallying. You turn the page. You fumble, you make a mistake. You get yourself right down that floor as fast as you can.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's just lolling down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy, and the big guy, just a terrific challenge by Joel James.
So 6 turnovers and 3 fouls, and Parker's on the bench. Here's Joel James getting his 2nd start of the season today because Kennedy Meeks is out with an injury.
Yeah, they're just tough to match up with the size. Size and mobility, too.
8 unanswered for North Carolina.
And this is what the problem's been, the offense of late. The tenacious defense. Nice duck in. Turn and face.
Welsh.
There you go. Right him.
Jonah Bolden on the floor for Tony Parker now, number 43.
Welsh really getting pinned in the lane. Not much he can do.
Got to be careful.
Yeah, he does. Tough to get around in front. Is it a great hole, but Welsh can get separation. We mentioned his ability, 15 feet out, just face unerring stroke. Pretty release. Empty side, screener
behind the back bounce pass, and Welsh can't make it.
That's almost automatic for him.
Yeah.
Look at this blow by.
Front rim, Alford. He'll hustle it.
Well, both clubs really like to go at it, don't they? That's just wanting it, forcing the issue.
Sure was.
Trying to get some contact, get to the line, be creative. Kid is a gamer. The speed of the bounce, and get them at their own game. You can see just not able to turn and get it forced to the middle where you get some assistance.
Well, he's an excellent free throw shooter, 83% for the year.
Talking to Steve last year during the tournament about his son and the competitiveness and all, and we started talking about golf. He made him play the back tees. He doesn't give anything to him. A tough kid.
Well, they made the best out of this trip from Los Angeles back to New York. Team went to visit the 9/11 memorial. We talked to Bryce about that yesterday. He said it was very, very moving.
Nice denial. Speaking of the individual,
is Mr. Alford.
Look at this kid. Everything.
Oh, wow.
He wanted the foul. He body searched.
Isaiah Hicks was there defensively. One touch pass. Barry got it.
How about, you mentioned it, Page. Didn't waste any time. That's what I love about him. Bang, right to the open.
Back to a 6-point lead. UCLA led by as many as 11 in the first half. We were tied at the break. Holiday, Jonah Bolden, and a foul. This is going to be on Page.
I think maybe they get Hicks.
Did they get Hicks instead? Okay.
Yeah, he jumped out. A lot of guys teach going right at the defender, but here just maybe a little bit too much. You got to get that little baby hook fully extended. But I just look at that touch pass right away. Let your partner create. Don't waste time.
Third foul on Hicks, so he'll head to the bench. Welsh wanted it. Oh, brother. No look pass out of bounds.
He actually was leading him closer to the rim, and he didn't have to. That's one of those, you hit him right there, he'd be on the short side of the basket. But he's done a nice job now just pushing the issue. You can see he expected him to keep moving.
Britt and Pinson in the backcourt. Here's Page. Over Bolden. No. Holiday tracks it down. Jumper, Holiday. Yep.
And Page just a little reluctant to come out on him for fear of the dribble drive.
At the other end, Nate Britt.
How about that? And he really had to extend fully with Welsh Lumen. Welsh isn't a strong duck-in guy. In cross screens, he wants that little 10-footer.
Jumper, Alford. Yes.
Well, you've seen him get to the rim now. You sort of back off and give him that opportunity.
So it's a three-point game again. Here's Page around the corner, up and not in. UCLA. Holiday, dish, Alford for three.
And all of this because they fell in the backcourt. They're going to give it, what? No? Justin Jackson, I believe it was him. But Welsh was wide open on that jump shot, got the rebound. Two Carolina players clashed in the backcourt. Look at this, Justin gets tagged with that one.
Welsh wanted the basket, wasn't given the basket. Time is called. UCLA lost one of its legendary great players back in October. Dave Myers died of cancer at the age of 62. UCLA named him as honorary captain before the Bruins game on Tuesday. His sister Ann, who was a great player in her own right, and the widow of Don Drysdale was there to accept them all. Dave Myers, one of the legendary players among 100 of them at UCLA.
What a family. I talked to Annie about her brother. I never met him. Of course, watched him play. I believe he was with the Bucks in the NBA as well. It's just amazing family. She's just a terrific lady, as you know.
Yep.
Indiana Pacers drafted her. You remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
She could play. They've had a few. Cheryl Miller, of course. Yep. UCLA beats USC, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's Marcus Page, Britt. How about this?
Wow! And a closeout without control. Good read. Effective maneuver.
The sophomore, Justin Jackson. Bolden.
The ability to just get to the open spot here. Just a mismatch in terms of size and ability there.
I was just watching the interaction between Ed Corbett, the official, and Roy Williams. And Ed was pulling his shirt. And Roy said, okay, I'm fine.
The coaches are getting used to that little small change calls. And they feel it's really improved the speed of play, possessions.
Alford misses this one. Chase down. Here comes North Carolina. Look at Page.
He doesn't waste it. That's what I love about him.
Nate Britt. Back outside. Bryce Johnson. Good ball movement.
Looking to get it reversed again. Page wants it on his side.
And he's got it.
And look at this. And with small Parker. Wow. That's number 4.
And that's going to be a quick trip to the floor. Parker's going to have to get back on the bench. 4 fouls, 6 turnovers.
You get pinned down there. A lot of things you got to really, I think you just got to fight. You got weak side help there. Just a little more aggressive and anticipate and be prepared. Do your homework early.
Britt.
Quicker to the ball.
Britt hits his own man, Pinson. Pinson said that hurt. Johnson is fouled.
Take your pick. Could be Hamilton.
And it is. Doubleheader tomorrow. The NFL on CBS. Lead game early. Tennessee at New England. And the lead game late. Denver at Pittsburgh. And it all begins with the NFL today. JB and Southwest Airlines.
A couple of basketball players there. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Had Tony out in Maui a few years back as a basketball. He was terrific.
Remember that?
I played against, well, our team played Harvard when JB was the star. Later on with the Hawks.
JB's carved out a pretty good career for himself.
He sure has.
And one of the nicer gentlemen you will ever meet.
That's the truth. Pretty good recovery here, but
look at this.
We're going for too much stuff.
It's rugby. Page takes it. Double team. Bolden.
And look at the run to the floor by Hicks. Made that basket by not hanging back. Get yourself involved.
Spin in the lane. Now watch the loose ball on the floor here, Bill.
You've done a lot of SEC football.
Yep.
Can they match this endeavor? Aggressive play started at half court, and then right there, just getting down the floor. Love it. Being part of it.
$16 fouls. Off the bench, Luke May.
I'm just thinking of JB for a second. I was on a train coming from Washington. The conductor came up and said, "Sir, you're going to have to get off the train." I said, "Why?" I mean, I have a ticket. He said, "That man back there told me to chase you." It was JB. Nice maneuver. Other than the finish. How about that effort?
Gosh, Bolden.
He stuck with it. And right again.
Yes, he did.
Look at the punishing dribble and run. Just gorgeous. Take your pick.
You can't take a breath.
No, once in a while it's Britt. Once in a while it's Page. Occasionally Burry.
That was Britt. Here's Alford. 7-point lead. Welsh.
Nice job. Mixed his game up there with a little fake head and shoulder. And then the left. But this is just pretty effort at the end of this. And collectively, Carolina always seems to be in the way. Terrific defense, but this is unsettling to a defense. They can't get organized, can't identify people. The push. And a blow by.
Welsh cans it. That is the 4th foul on Hicks. So he will head to the bench, and Bryce Johnson is back on the floor.
They just come with bigger, don't they? This is without Kennedy. You mentioned the injury. This really helps them get deeper with Meeks out.
Noah Allen back on the floor now for UCLA. Let's check the 5 on the floor is Page, Johnson, Britt, Luke May, and Theo Pinson.
Nice fade.
Britt.
Got to get Johnson involved inside somehow. Pretty. Pinson, and that's because Johnson had stepped out, opened up that lane baseline.
Theo Pinson, it's a 7-point margin.
Look at him guard, too.
Yeah.
Tenacious. Luke with coverage. Great reaction. He's a big guy.
Jumper got it.
Individually, he can excel.
Isaac Hamilton with another.
Well, they've handled that back screen lob and the cross screen well. He's been beaten down. Has hurt them more than anything. Plus turnovers.
Jumper Pinson off the screen from Luke May. No. Bolden rebound. Bruins. 58-53.
And Alford get a nice rest here as they try and stay in touch. Nice follow.
Yeah, Thomas Welsh right there at the rim.
He's got size.
7-footer. Oh, how about that?
Both ends of the floor. Oh, Luke May at a disadvantage with this guy at the rim, Vern.
Time called. CBS Sports coverage of NCAA men's basketball will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
Zucker in New York. Utah was up 6 with 11 seconds left in overtime at MSG, but after a 4-point play and a turnover, Duke with a chance. Star freshman Brandon Ingram cannot connect. Utah holds on 77-75 as we go back across the river to Vern and Rath.
All right, Adam, thank you. And to your point, you're burnt at the beginning of the day. No great teams?
No, I think just a lot of good teams, and we're watching one here that could get right to the final moment of the season.
And our AT&T fast analysis.
And it was all about Page getting people involved, whether it was a run out or a post up or passing it up early, giving guys an opportunity to do their flash and dash. He's just a terrific team basketball player. Great feel. And you know who he reminds me of? Who? Mike Conley Jr. I'd like to see what Clark thinks about that.
Well, we're going to see the Buckeyes in the next game.
Yeah, and, you know, he's a terrific, might be a little better passer than Mike at this age, of course. And Conley, just solid. Nice curl.
Tipped by May.
He's got a lot more minutes.
Yes. There's a trick and a foul underneath.
Just too low as Bolden gets nailed with it. I think you just got to root him out or
give me Luke.
Get there early.
Well, that'll send Johnson to the line. I'm watching Luke May, number 32. He's got this mouthpiece. He chews on the mouthpiece while the game is going on. It's of no value to him, except that it becomes a well-worn mouthpiece. The thing is in and out.
Well, with the cost of dental bills.
Yeah, there you are.
Anything to prevent Jackson back on the floor now. What impresses you with Carolina is the mobility of the bigs, and Bryce being one of them.
Points in the paint, 42 to 16.
And there's that run and jump out of a timeout. Look at the mismatch here. Look at Page fighting. Oh, my
goodness, yeah.
Now he gets back.
Luke May's got the defensive job on Welsh.
And they did the nice
Bolden, yes, he stayed with it.
Well, Bolden knew he had Page and really caved them under the rim.
3-point game, 60-57. There's May in the low post. Welsh behind him.
Good deflection. And Bolden just the kid is going to get better and better. He knows the disadvantage here. Just go up strong and with Page out of the way, little belly bump secures the deal.
Bryce Alford back on now for UCLA. Jumper Berry. In and out. Welsh. Nice job by Thomas Welsh.
Oh, really? Went out of his area for that.
And he gets the ball.
He doesn't bring it down. That's what I like, too. Heard Bill Walton commenting on that.
Short. Johnson. Here comes Berry. Page wants it. Berry turns the corner. Off the glass. No. Well, we've been talking about Marcus Page. How about Clark Kellogg? Weigh in on this. How do you feel?
Oh, thanks, Vern. I agree with what Bill said. I mean, he does remind me a bit of Mike Conley Jr. At this stage in his career, Page being a senior and Conley obviously being a longtime pro now, Page shoots it a bit better from the three-point line. But in terms of savvy and shiftiness, I could see a similarity. I think Mike Conley Jr. was a tad quicker just in terms of all-out speed. But the left-handedness and the way they moved and play, I would agree with that.
Hey, Clark, you know, you've played a lot of teams that got up and down. How tough is it defensively to get back on a team like Carolina and still have the energy to play the other end.
No, it's important to be able to, one, concentrate on it, Bill. You have to make that your first thought when the shot goes up. If you're not on the glass, you've got to get back and match up. And then it does take some energy away from you. But UCLA is a team that likes to play up-tempo as well. They've just got to be a little more selective than North Carolina. But it keeps constant pressure on you at both ends whenever you play the Tar Heels.
Listen, keep watching, will you?
Yeah.
I need your help. Pay attention.
You and I worked together for a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we sure did, and it was a great treat. I'm enjoying you guys, so if you need any help, I'm here to offer the assist.
Appreciate it. There's an assist.
Speaking of, they had done a nice job. You fall, they run the same play with regularity. You don't communicate, you pay.
Johnson has 19. Welsh, no. Rebound, Bolden. The boy, he's been impressive.
He has, taking advantage of the minutes. Parker not having quite the day he would like, nor UCLA, but this little play they run regularly, and the communication's been there, but just that's one of those deals. I think the guard's going to have to play him, even though there's a size disadvantage. If you're going to get bumped like that, let the other guy take your man.
Welsh comes out to set the high screen. Alford. Holiday now, guarded by Berry. Almost lost the dribble.
Oh, what a page. And look, you know what? That's what a lot of kids don't do. A lot of guys throw the ball in to the opponent and they get an easy basket. You jump, protect, don't give them the ball. But what a read from the top down. Look at it. That's not his man he's covering. And here, if he turns, maybe he gets an easy jump shot for Welsh, but clever, intelligent.
Back to Holiday. 8:48 to go in the ball game. 5-point North Carolina lead.
Empty side, ball screen.
That one kicked off his foot. Yep, another turnover. 16 turnovers now for UCLA.
And against this high-level team, it's very tough to overcome. Here's the slice cut. It's the All-America's play. Screen to screener. Nice give back.
And a foul.
Nice feel.
And that'll bring the mouthpiece out.
When you breed unselfishness, which this program does, you're looking to enjoy giving it up to others. Terrific little roll to the rim and just a nice understanding. Just in time. Jackson.
Luke May is a 6'8" freshman out of Huntersville, North Carolina. Increased playing time, as Bill said, in the last week or two.
Yeah, over 6 or 7 minutes a game now. You know, this is very tough on us with the dispensing these lemonades right in front of us. You know, I don't know whether it is trying to be tempting or...
Yeah, well...
I'll hold you back. Nothing like waitress service, huh? In the middle of the afternoon?
Yes. Bolden. Boy, that's a tough shot. And it goes in and out.
That's a horse shot.
Yes, it is. You're right.
That's
Floater, yes.
That's unbelievable. He is one of the premier. My buddy Jay Billis thinks he's one of the best in the country at that shot. He may be right.
And the margin is the largest of the game for the Tar Heels of North Carolina. They feature the bigs, do they not? Tar Heels up by 10. Sponsored by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. T-Mobile, ditch your carrier and switch to the uncarrier. And by Continental Tire, for what you do. 67-57 here at the CBS Sports Classic Tuesday. Look at this lineup on the CBS Sports Network. The destination will begin with Miami, LaSalle, Georgetown, Charlotte, South Carolina, St. John's, and then Kansas at San Diego State. That's a terrific lineup for CBS Sports Network on Tuesday.
LaSalle.
Yes. I know two names from LaSalle basketball.
I know the one you're going to say.
Tom Gola, of course.
And look at
oh, my gosh.
the push. They're relentless. Off the timeout. Thought they were going to run and jump. The straight up man. The blows.
There's a timeout on the court.
Oh, how can you not like it? Joel Berry. Time call. Red line the highlight, and you see it, 17 turnovers for UCLA to 7 for North Carolina. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Vern. Well, Coach Alford was not very happy in that last time out. It's a good thing that they have a large supply of clipboards because he's already gone through one. He just snapped it in half right in front of the team. Then he grabbed it again and he snapped it a third time, and he had to get a new clipboard to illustrate what he wants his team to do. He was furious. It's because in the timeout right before that, he told the guys, we need to get stops. Hey, we were up 10. Now we're down 10. We can come back. We can make this happen, but it starts with stops. Then they gave up the and one, and he was not happy, saying the team was playing soft.
Well, we couldn't afford clipboards, Allie, so I didn't break any. But I understand totally with those turnovers and inability. I think fatigue is a factor now. And put Parker back in here to see if they can do some damage in a non-shooting situation. But I just think eventually, if you're not accustomed to running back and forth.
Well, how about the turnover story here?
It's just been some of them leading to goals. That's the problems. A couple of dead ball situations, but just not the typical type that Steve is accustomed to. They've really improved as a basketball team, and in a sense, just a little bit of a step back today, particularly the second half here.
Parker in and out.
Empty trip.
Yeah. 7:15 to go. See the turnovers forced and the points off.
Now they know how to take advantage. A little duck in there, much better by Parker. Took. Well, saying he takes Johnson out in the hole, and the little guy drills it.
Joel Berry, sophomore out of Apopka, Florida. And 11 unanswered now for North Carolina.
He's really worked on his outside game, improved shooting.
Rebound, Berry. Puts it in the hands of Page.
Always looking. Look at him peeking, peering. How about now, he could have taken that too.
Yeah.
But he's so unselfish. Stay at home on him, number 5. And timeout now. Steve sees this thing slipping.
13 unanswered. The last 2 with this unselfish little dish from Marcus Page.
Every Christmas.
73-57 now with 6:18 to go. Marcus Page, mentioned several times, he missed the first 6 games, and look at the difference with his return.
They compliment him with these captainships the last couple of years. His impact, total impact when you think of it, that attitude, terrific student. This seems like a guy that you want to pal around with as a teammate. Unselfish, understanding what the coach wants. Great extension from Roy. There you go.
Parker blocked. Bryce Johnson held ball, possession arrow, points toward UCLA.
Well, once he gets a foot in the lane, he's really got it down. He doesn't have that quick hops or great elevation, but it's more of a power. And you just see the terrific patience defensively by Johnson, and then the Nick.
Well, Bryce Johnson with a slow start today, and there's the inbound play for Tony Parker.
And look at Bryce right at the rim. And puts Parker in a disadvantage already.
There you are.
I mean, that's
there you are.
That is Dean, Bill, Roy basketball. Get those puppies up and down. Put the pressure on the other big.
Hamilton.
Soft. It's about stops if you're going to get back in.
Yeah. And they clock now at 5:27. Bryce Johnson missed his first shot of the game. He's hit 9 in a row. Barry, you bet.
Tell you what, patience and hard work, right? Just drilling those deep shots with some regularity now. Just a nice number, 39%.
And he's got 15 in this game.
And he had a couple of looks early that he wasn't able to make. But look at this guy getting himself out. Number 11 right here, and the trail, both bigs right here. And all of a sudden, you got that touch in the lane and his patented delivery. A little sweet jump, right hook.
Alford at the line. Hicks back in for North Carolina. Luke May, solid minutes from him off the bench.
UCLA does a little 1-2-2 3/4, so you might see that eventually if they have to go get it and getting close to that point.
North Carolina trailed by 11 at one point in the first half, and now up 15. There's Johnson again. That's 10 in a row.
He's having a picnic. It's that time of day.
Yeah. Big smile.
But he played 11 minutes in the first half, and he had that one foul early. And my feeling was Roy may have just sat him for that reason. A little nick here on the Walt Frazier pump and delivery on Justin Jackson. Just too tough here. And this is a tough angle on that shot, too. A little bounce to get the rhythm. Can jar you with that delivery.
Justin, look at Johnson, can't help but smile.
He's talking to somebody under the basket.
Yeah. Hamilton with the free throw, 80-66, 4:40 to go.
You've been on the campus. Have you been to the museum at Carolina?
I have not.
It's unbelievable. I asked to get the concession.
Look at this.
And how about Hicks, who's had some foul issues, but size prevailing.
16-point margin.
That is a true story. Dean turned me down.
Dean turned you down?
Well, I said I'd love to sell refreshments. Just as 2 on that one.
Well, I am told by Roy Williams that you emceed the banquet for the first annual Dean Smith Award that went to John Thompson, right?
Yes.
And he said that the attendees, here's another one, the attendees at the banquet were in rapture in listening to John Thompson. And then when you would get up, everybody went to their cell phones and started texting. And he said that with a big smile, by the way.
It was a wonderful tribute, not only to Dean, but John was magnificent. I mean, he told stories about Dean that none of us had heard before about their relationship and the meaningful impact that Dean had on John's life.
Right.
Very touching.
Well, John was a coach at St. Anthony's High School, and Dean accepted one of his players.
Like Donald Washington.
Yeah. Look at this.
No, the baby hook, though. Gotta have it if you're a little guy.
Here's Holiday. Back outside, Alford for 3. Welsh chases it down. Under 3 to go.
This is a momentary setback for UCLA. I think they've grown as a basketball team. They got one of the premier teams in the country. Good footsteps, no walk. Good control with the pivot foot. But all of this is a learning process. I mean, fans get upset. You know, Steve is. Obviously, we saw that. But it's all about being ready, being mentally tough, being prepared for what they're going to send your way. And they need Parker to play solid. He didn't have a good game. And, of course, Welsh, you know, the fouls early has shown his ability. Not too bad here. Lob, size, dominates for the Tar Heels.
Hurry to T-Mobile
Sports Classic. Kentucky travels its fans maybe as well as any team in the country. The Big Blue Nation.
They love their cats.
It's a fun place to do a game at Rupp Arena.
It is. We'll be down there in a couple of weeks. Look at the distance. I'm telling you, that little slight body. He is fluid with that delivery.
out of Marion, Iowa. Marcus Page. Bolden gets it to Welsh. Nope.
That's usually money.
Off the rim from Bryce Johnson.
Now he sprinted to get back on Hicks. Welsh, that's what you've got to do. And here's that little flat 3-2 zone. Be careful of a lob.
Hicks, Berry, Page. Theo Pinson's out there now, number 1. Everything's going.
Hey, goodness, he was hung out. Berry, a solid game.
Hamilton. Bolden, air ball. Here comes Page.
And look at Johnson. In every play, he's the first one down.
Yep. And he calls for the ball. Tar Heels about to go 9-2 for the season.
And by the way, they have fans who travel. This is
yes,
quite a turnout.
Whoops.
Page normally doesn't make a mistake like that. He knew it right away. How about this honor? You think they like him? It's named after Skip Prosser. True gentleman. God bless him. Wake Forest, Savior. It tells you a lot about his influence on this team and that school.
Holiday's at the line. And Steve Alford's going to send, he's going to clear his bench.
Not what he expected.
No.
He felt the team was coming along, getting better, and they are. And it's just hopefully a momentary setback.
Holiday, here comes a fresh 5 now for UCLA. Alex Wolf, Gerald Smith, Noah Allen. And I saved this one for you, number 34.
Okwar Abizi.
Well, you're close.
No, you're not giving me that?
Ekena Okwar Abizie. Abizie, yes. Right. Number 34 in your program.
And number 1 in your heart.
You got it. There he is. Wolf is out there. Olashinsky, Noah Allen, Gerald Smith, number 15. Final 45 seconds. Strong second half. We were tied at 38 at the break, but turnovers and transition defense just really hampered UCLA today.
They got a 3-second violation, and Roy's going to get subs in. Timeout, but keep playing.
Spencer Dalton, Stillman White, Kanier Cook, Tony Egbuna. So everybody's gotten to play in this first game of the second CBS Sports Classic.
Now see, this is why the parents love you. You get all the guys in, get the names, and what a thrill for them too. Wolf.
Oh, there you go.
That? How about that?
Alex Wolf, a sophomore out of Laguna Beach.
He's got that Laguna Beach look, though.
Does he ever?
I bet you were a surfer when you were young.
Oh, no. Not a lot of surf in Texas. I didn't ride horses either. 3 seconds. From the corner. Nope.
2 gentlemen here.
Yeah, you bet. Steve Alford, Roy Williams.
Pretty impressive, I thought, second half.
Yes. Well, North Carolina outscored the Bruins 51-38 in the second half. Final score. North Carolina wins it by 13, 89-76. We'll be back and talk with Roy Williams after this message.
What?